Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. My friends and I were talking, and we were actually laughing and playing. But I saw something that actually made me realize, like, yeah, this is serious. We need to bring back shame, and not a shame in which you feel like you want to no longer live. No, not that type of shame, but a shame of to like an embarrassment where you like, I need to get my act together. I need to do better than this. Because we've gotten to a place where we just do any and everything and people are okay with it. I'm just like, what? Where are we? Where are we? And it is the lack of shame. I could go out, I could probably go out with nothing on and people would just, look and hum, but nobody will, say something to me. And that's not okay. That is not okay. That is just not okay. I'm just like, what is it? But I also know, because I had this happen to me, and hey, I don't care. I'll bring it back, Shay. I'll bring it back if I bring it back by myself. Because I know sometimes when we say something to people, people get so offended. So it makes you just like, okay, maybe I just shouldn't say anything at all. Okay, pray about it. Pray about it, because I believe the Lord is not calling everybody to be quiet. But I know people say, because somebody said something to me when I was telling them about something, it's like, don't be judging me. I said, I ain't judging you. The thing is, when you say something to somebody, usually of course it's not on the internet or anything, it's because you love that person. But of course, how we say it makes a difference. It does make a difference. I'm not trying to say that at all. So we have to make sure we're coming from a place of love and not coming from a place where we're just trying to make this person feel bad, because that doesn't help the situation. But if we're allowing our friends and our family to go out and look a certain way, to say certain things and not correct them on it, that's not okay. That is not okay. It's just like, because yeah, my family, I had one, and I think I talked about this before. I had a family member, they were asking me about something, and I was just like, no, that is not okay. And they felt bad, but they asked me. And so I'm not going to tell you a story, but I'm also not going to allow you to look like crazy around other people. That's just not how because I want you to do that to me. If I'm doing something, if I'm acting out in a way, and I said this in a video, I said, do you have friends that enlighten you? Which not really the same, but the same is basically like, do you have friends that say, okay, this is something maybe better or something like that? And if you don't, like, you need to get around people like that, or you need to be that friend. And then you will, like Lord say, if you want to be want friends, show yourself friendly. So I'm not trying to skirt all around. I'm just really trying to make the point. Yeah, we need to bring back shame, but we need to be people that are bold, and be bold as a lion. Be bold. You don't see a lion skirting around in the jungle. You don't see him doing that. He going up and going to whatever he want and saying what need to be said. And who don't like it can fight. Look at me. No, I'm not trying to. I'm not promoting violence. No, of course not. However, I'm saying we need to bring back shame. We need to bring back shame, because this is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous, and I don't know if the Lord is calling me to say this, or if this is just my flesh saying this, because I am not. I'm like, what is going on with this? Okay. I gotta say it. I believe Lord, like, that's not going. No, I'm not gonna say it. We just gotta bring back shame. That's all I'm gonna say. We have to make sure that we are being the people that are holding people accountable, but also, of course, holding yourself accountable, because I can't be on here saying we need to bring back shame, and I'm over here acting, doing stuff. But the thing is, you also need people around you that's gonna call you out, and maybe that's the moral of the story. Is like, do you have people around you that's gonna call you out when you're not doing what you need to be doing? Because of course, you know, our parents most of the time do it. And we don't listen to our parents. Lord help us. Even though Lord be telling us, obey your parents. Do it, you know. And we know some parents don't have their way of saying it, but they're human just like all of us. And they doing the best they can with what they got. When you come to that realization, and of course, usually that's not at a younger age that you realize that. It's usually when you're older, you realize like they're doing the best they can. And we put parents in this perfect pedestal, and it's like they can't be. They will never be perfect. None of us will, and we will see that if you know if the Lord blesses you with children, that you do the best you can. But I done went to a different place. But basically, I'm telling you, listen to your parents, and parents bring back shame. Not parents bring back shame, because parents, they, oh boy, you be shame for real. But we need to make sure we have people around us that call us out on stuff, and that just goes back to my video about having hard conversations. And that's going to be hard when I say to bring back shame, not literally, and like I said, not actually making someone feel bad about stuff, but it's just like opening their eyes and allowing them to see from a different perspective. Because of course we see ourselves the way we want to see us, but people don't see you the way you see yourself. And when I got that revelation from this guy, his name Tony, I was like, that is so true. Like, I see myself a certain way, but other people see me differently than I see myself. So that's why it's so important that you have people around you that can walk with you in, you know, in this, what is that, in this thing called life, so that you're able to get different perspectives on how you're showing up in the world, because that is important. And not to say that you want the approval of people, of course not. We always go back to the Lord and ask the Lord, is this something I need to do? Is this something I need to change? However, the Lord, I believe, has put certain people in your life to hold you accountable and to say things to you that you may not want to hear. Of course, the Lord can talk to us audibly. He can say to do whatever he wants, but he does use people. And so take that to heart, and you know, get shamed, get embarrassed about it, because that's the only way we get that's the only way we're gonna see change happen in our lives. So this is a little longer video than usual, but I hope you were able to grab something from this. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sea cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time. Bye.